Hello dear students, welcome back again to Chinmoy's YouTube channel. So today we are here with a brand new episode of photosynthesis. So the previous episode, I think you have already completed the 3 parts of transpiration which I have already posted. So if you have not yet gone through those episodes, I'll put the link in the description box as well as in the link above. So please go through that transpiration lesson also. So photosynthesis is a bigger lesson, so I have divided into many parts. So today we are going to discuss about the first part. So let's get started with today's episode of photosynthesis. So it's a very interesting lesson and let's see what we are going to learn today. So first we are going to learn what is photosynthesis, that is the definition of photosynthesis. We are going to learn about the balanced chemical equation of photosynthesis. We will learn that what is the importance of photosynthesis or why photosynthesis is required in life in general. So we are going to discuss about the raw materials of photosynthesis, the internal structure of chloroplast. So this is all we are going to learn today in details, and in the next upcoming video, in the next class, we will learn opening and closing of the stomata, that is structure of stomata. We have already learned when we have studied about the plant physiology, Turgor pressure and all. So again we will discuss that opening and closing of the stomata, mechanism of photosynthesis. We are going to study the light reaction and the dark reaction in details. We are going to learn about the factors affecting the photosynthesis and many more things which are coming in the next classes. So today this one we will complete, and if you want to know more about this photosynthesis, you need to subscribe to my channel. So for knowing opening and closing of the stomata, the process of mechanism of photosynthesis, that is the light and dark reaction, factors affecting photosynthesis, and many other experiments are there which are in this lesson of photosynthesis. So you need to subscribe. Please do subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to write the comments in the comments box, and don't forget to like and share my videos with your friends also, so that you all are getting updates whenever I'm posting each and individual lesson as per your curriculum. So let's get started. So now we come to the general term photosynthesis. So what does the term photosynthesis means? So it comes from a Greek word photo, which means light, and synthesis we all know, that is combination. So what is it happening here? We can say that it is a biochemical process by which living cells of plants containing the chlorophyll manufacture their own food. That is, what is the food for the plants? Glucose and starch, using carbon dioxide and water as raw materials in presence of sunlight. So what is happening? It is a biochemical reaction in presence of sunlight, in presence of water, and by using carbon dioxide they are producing their food. So what is the food for the plant? The food is glucose, which is stored in the form of starch in the leaves, and as a byproduct oxygen is formed. So what is a byproduct? The product which is released though it was not being determined to form that product. So the aim of the leaves were to produce glucose, but in that turn we are producing oxygen also, which is being released to the atmosphere and which we are inhaling, or animals are inhaling for their breathing purpose, or which is released as a byproduct of photosynthesis. So this is the only process where the solar energy is converted to chemical energy. Okay. So water is absorbed from the soils by the roots, and it is carried along the whole stem to the leaves, and here the water is used in the process of photosynthesis, sunlight, and this chlorophyll is also helping in the manufacture of the food. So atmospheric oxygen is released. Okay, so this is how the photosynthesis is defined. So it's a biochemical process. Now here comes the balanced chemical equation of photosynthesis. So what is happening here? We have till now told that carbon dioxide and water is required in presence of sunlight to form glucose. Okay, and the byproduct is oxygen. So this is what we have spoken about, the definition. So when we are putting that in terms of chemical equation, how does it look like? So it looks like this one. So 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combines with 12 molecules of water in presence of light, plant enzymes, as well as chlorophyll. So these all are mandatory raw materials, and in that we are producing 1 molecule of glucose. Okay, say 6H12O6. Now 6 molecules of oxygen, which is the byproduct, is being produced. So this is the byproduct which is being produced, and we are also producing 6 molecules of water. So this is a full balanced equation of photosynthesis. So please do learn it in your exams. You can get the chemical equation of photosynthesis, which should be balanced. Okay. So now we will move on to the significance, or what is the importance of photosynthesis in our daily life. Now, when we come to the importance of photosynthesis, first of all, it is very important that the plants are providing food for all. If they are not providing food for their own, they would not survive. So we are eating food from the plants only. So the process of photosynthesis occurs in green plants, which are the primary producers in the food chain. So they are only producing, we are eating leaves, fruits, flowers, everything. So whatever we are consuming are the products of the plants only. So the process of photosynthesis that is occurring in plants is very much necessary for sustaining life. So they are the primary producers in our food chain. So this is very important. Now next comes that it is essential for sustaining life and is the ultimate source of oxygen. Now if photosynthesis is not happening, from where we will get oxygen? So we are giving out carbon dioxide. We all organisms are exhaling carbon dioxide. So that is being utilized by the plants during the process of photosynthesis, and in turn oxygen is being produced as a byproduct. And this oxygen is the ultimate source for sustaining life. So this is also a very important point. Now next comes photosynthesis helps in the growth and development of the plants. So if the plants are not growing or they are not developing, they will not be able to produce fruits or flowers. So that is very much necessary for sustaining our life as well. So it is very much necessary for the synthesis of organic compounds also from the inorganic compounds. Is it clear? So from the organic compounds, we can say that synthesizing of organic compounds from inorganic compounds is happening in the process of photosynthesis. Now next, it is converting the atmospheric carbon dioxide that is given during respiration and any other activities back to oxygen. So all the atmospheric carbon dioxide which is given out during respiration and many other activities like burning, or we can say that many other burning of chemical and other things produce carbon dioxide. So that all carbon dioxide is being used to give back oxygen to the atmosphere. Okay, so that is the main importance of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is having many importance in our life to sustain our life. So just learn these important points on photosynthesis, importance of photosynthesis. So next, after the importance, we are here with the raw materials of photosynthesis. So to perform photosynthesis, plants require, first of all, we can say that plants require carbon dioxide, then plants require water, they require chlorophyll, they require light energy. Now the process generally is taking place in the chloroplast. Okay, so this is actually, we have taken the cross section or internal section of a plant leaf. So let us see here in this leaf structure where the photosynthesis is occurring. So this is the outer side, or it is the cuticle layer. This is the upper epidermis. This is the palisade mesophyll cell, spongy mesophyll cell, and this is the lower epidermis. Now here in between the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis, we have seen these are the mesophyll cells, and within this mesophyll cells are the chloroplasts. Okay, is it clear? So when we have studied transpiration, we have studied about the cuticular transpiration. So that occurs through the cuticle, that is the upper layer. And we have already studied about the stomatal transpiration, so through which occurs through the stomata. So where are the stomata present? They are present at the lower epidermis of the leaves. Okay, so these are the stomatal openings. So this structure we will be studying in the next class, where we are studying the structure of the stomata and the guard cells. Now here we should know where the process of this photosynthesis is taking place. It is taking inside this mesophyll cell chloroplast. So these are the chloroplasts. Now we will be learning about the structure of the chloroplasts. So how they look like, where generally this different parts of photosynthesis take place, that is the light reaction as well as the dark reaction. So let us now see about the raw materials in details. Now here we will tell a little bit details about the main source, that is the carbon dioxide. So now carbon dioxide, we can say the atmospheric carbon dioxide is the main source for land plants. So atmosphere carbon dioxide is the main source for land plants. So how much, what is the value? That is 0.03 to 0.04%. Now aquatic plants, they are mainly using dissolved carbon dioxide. Now this photosynthesis and respiration, these two processes are taking place in plants side by side. But the photosynthesis does not take place in absence of light. So at night the photosynthesis process is stopping, but the respiration is continuing throughout day and night. So for this reason, what is happening? So during day and night, both the respiration process is on, but the photosynthesis, it stops at night. So what is happening? So during day, when the light intensity is greater, so light intensity is greater during daytime. So light is greater during daytime. So what is happening? The rate of carbon dioxide consumption for photosynthesis is higher. So rate of consumption for carbon dioxide for photosynthesis will be higher than the liberation. So consumption will be higher than the liberation. So it will be higher. Consumption of carbon dioxide is higher than the liberation. Okay, so than the liberation during respiration. Okay, so we can say that the rate of consumption is higher than the rate of liberation. Okay, during respiration. So hence carbon dioxide is being continuously absorbed from the atmosphere through the stomata. So it is continuous absorption is happening then. So continuous absorption of carbon dioxide is happening. Continuous absorption is happening. Is it clear to all? So as the light intensity is high, the consumption of carbon dioxide is higher than the liberation or the production of carbon dioxide during respiration. So what happens? When in the evening hours, when the sunlight is low, or in the early morning hours when the intensity of sunlight is less, so what is happening? So when the intensity of sunlight is less, what is happening at this stage? A stage is coming when carbon dioxide what is liberated during respiration is equal to the carbon dioxide which is being absorbed or used up in photosynthesis. So during early morning hours and during the late evening hours, the intensity of light is usually very low. So at this stage, just listen to it very carefully. At this stage, the carbon dioxide liberated during respiration is equal to the carbon dioxide used in photosynthesis. Now at this stage, no exchange of carbon dioxide takes place between the environment and the plants. So there is no exchange of CO2 which takes place between the environment and the plants, and this stage is called the compensation point. So this is very important for you all. In your board exams, you get a question that what is compensation point. So this point of where there is no exchange of carbon dioxide between the environment and the plants, this stage is called the compensation point. Now we will move on with the next raw material, that is water. Now here we come up with water and light together because plants are absorbing water from the soil by their root hair, and this water is actually being transported. We can say that these are being transported up to the stems and leaves through the xylem vessels. We all know that xylem vessel is carrying water to the leaves, and many minerals which are dissolved in water are also absorbed by the plants. This is also all a known fact to us all. Now aquatic plants, they are absorbing water through the general body surface only, but the plants, land plants, they are absorbing water through the root hairs. And because the aquatic plants, they are having a very poor root system, they should absorb the water through the body surface only. So they are remaining in underwater only. So water, we can say, it rarely serves as a limiting factor in photosynthesis because very less, so less than 1% of the water is absorbed by a plant is used in photosynthesis. So very less amount of water is used in photosynthesis. So rarely it serves as a limiting factor. Now the rate of photosynthesis, it's mainly is affected by both the quality as well as quantity of light. Okay, so how we can say that light is very important for photosynthesis? We all know that photosynthesis, the light energy of the sun is converted into chemical energy. So we all know what is happening. The light energy is converted to chemical energy. It is being converted to chemical energy. Okay, is it clear? So sun is the main source of light energy. Now we can use artificial light also for photosynthesis, but this light actually is it should be required of a we can say of a given intensity. It should be required. So the rate of photosynthesis is affected by, we can say, the quality as well as the quantity of light. Now too much light intensity, what will happen if too much light intensity is there? It will destroy the chlorophyll. Is it clear? So it is destroying the chlorophyll. Too much light intensity will cause harm. Now we can say that if you are giving different colored lights, in red colored light the rate of photosynthesis is maximum. If you are giving red colored light, the rate of photosynthesis will be maximum. Whereas If you are giving green colored light, the photosynthesis does not occur at all. So these are the variations we can say. If you are giving red colored light, the rate of photosynthesis is very high, and if you are giving green colored light, it does not occur. So now we will move on to the structure of leaves. Now here we have come to the leaves part, where I have shown you the internal structure of the leaf. This I have shown in the previous slide, one slide also. So leaves contain the chlorophyll, so which is acting as a photoreceptor molecule. So chlorophyll, where is the chlorophyll present? It is present inside the mesophyll cell, inside the chloroplast. So chlorophyll, it is absorbing the photons from the, that is the unit of sunlight. So chlorophyll, we will say that chlorophyll is absorbing the photon. So it is present in the sunlight. So this is absorbing the photon, and that is why what are leaves called? These leaves are called the photosynthetic organs. So as they are absorbing the photons, that is called the photosynthetic. They are called the photosynthetic organs. Is it clear? Now chloroplasts are also, we can say that they are as in the leaves they are present for sure. But in the young stems and fruits which are green in color, they also contain, we can say that chloroplasts are present in them also. So green color, any green color parts of the plant is due to the presence of chlorophyll only. So we can say that young stems and fruits, they are also containing chlorophyll. So green part of the plant is due to the presence of chlorophyll. Now of these we can say that chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B are very much important. So we can say that chlorophyll A and B are very important, and they receive the energy, they are receiving the energy from the sun, and they are splitting the water molecule. So let us see where in the chloroplast the chlorophyll is present. In the next slide we'll see this in details. Okay, so we'll see the structure of the chloroplast. Now this is the internal structure of the chloroplast. Now let us see this in details. Now when I have given you these diagrams, please do go through the diagrams. Please do practice the structure, whatever have been given with the labeling. So in your final exams, in your board exams, either you are getting the diagram to draw the diagram, or you are getting this structure and you are being told to label A, B, C, D, these parts. You know the ICSE pattern, right? So they'll be giving you a few parts labeled, and they'll tell you to label the parts. Now let us concentrate on the structure. Now chlorophyll pigment is mainly present in these chloroplasts only. So these chloroplasts are generally, what is the measurement of these chloroplasts? They are generally 4 to 6 μm in diameter. Okay. Now they are seen under the microscope only. These are double layered membrane. So we can see that there is an outer membrane and there is an inner membrane. Here also you can see outer membrane and inner membrane. So double layered membrane. These are having two layers. Now the inner membrane lines the chloroplast and the matrix or the stroma. So the inner part is the stroma. So this part inner aqueous part is the matrix or the stroma. Now we can say that chloroplasts, they are containing stacks. These stacks of structures are called, what are these structures called? These are called the granum or the grana. So these coin-like structures, stacks of lamellar structures are called grana, or granum is the singular. If you are taking one itself, it is called the granum. Now if you look at the cross section of these granum, what you will see? You will see that there are sac-like structures called there are inside sac-like structures called thylakoids. Okay, so if you are just doing the cross section, these structures, we can see that these are called thylakoids, and this thylakoids of one granum are connected to the other granum by a stroma lamellae. So this one thylakoid of one granum connected with the another thylakoid of one granum, this part is called the lamellae, or this lamellae is also called the stroma lamellae, as it is on the stroma. So stroma is the base or the matrix of the chloroplast. So as these are present on the stroma and they are connecting one thylakoid with the other one, it is called the stroma lamellae. Okay, is it clear? Now chloroplasts, actually we have already told in the previous slide also, they are mainly located in the mesophyll cells, that is between the upper and the lower epidermis. Now the chlorophyll pigment is contained in the walls of these thylakoid cells. The chlorophyll pigment is present in the walls of these thylakoid cells. Okay, is it clear? Now we can also say that guard cells, they are also containing guard cells of stomata, they also contain the chloroplast. Okay, Now we have already spoken about what are the structure of the chloroplasts, how the chloroplast cells look like, and how their internal structure is there. So now we are going to stress upon a few things, like we should know that leaves are arranged always at right angles to the light source to obtain the maximum light, and chloroplasts are all concentrated on the upper layer of the leaf, which helps them to obtain the light energy very quickly. So chloroplasts are also concentrated on the upper layer of the leaf, which helps them to obtain light very quickly. So if they are on the lower surface of the leaf, concentrated in the lower layer of the leaves on the, other than the upper layer, it will be difficult for them to absorb light energy. So let us move on to the last slide, where we are having an important fact which you should know. Now this is another important fact we should know. Why do the plants look green? So why do they look green? So plants look green because of the region of the light spectrum they absorb and reflect. So out of the visible light spectra, the pigments in plant, they leave only red and blues. They are absorbing only the red and the blue spectra of incident light, whereas the green region of the light spectra is not at all absorbed. It is very much reflected back, and this reflection of light gives plants their green color. So as the light is being reflected back, this is giving them their green color. So this, for your knowledge, for your general knowledge, for your more knowledge, I'm just giving you. This is not as per your curriculum. This is an extra part or extra knowledge. So just know this one, and please go through the lesson once again, whichever book you are following, just go to the video once again. So in the tomorrow's video, I'll be coming with the opening and closing of the stomata, the two theories on which the opening and closing is based. We will see that how the leaves are being modified for this photosynthesis, and we will see the factors. We will see that generally which are the major controlling factors of this photosynthesis, and we are also discussing about the total mechanism of photosynthesis, that is the light and the dark reaction in details. So for knowing all these things in details, you need to subscribe to my channel to stay tuned, stay updated. Please don't forget to subscribe. Do subscribe to my channel, and please keep on writing the comments, queries in my comment box, so that I can get back to you with the answers. Okay, so keep in touch with me. Write the comments. Please do like and share my videos, and stay tuned for the next update. Thank you.